Heavy Petting with Cheri Hardman, where comedians discuss their pets and their love lives. Heavy Petting. Welcome to Heavy Petting with Cheri Hardman. Today's guest is Debbie Bazza. Hi, Debbie.
Hi, thank you for having us.
Yeah, this is exciting. So
it is.
Yeah, so we're just going to start. You just tell me who you got there and what's going on with them.
Okay, this is Skylar. Skylar recently, Wednesday, had her spay. That's why she has this on. And the other dog is Mackenzie. Mackenzie had like a little skin tag. It got very ugly. It got as big as a grape. So we had that removed. And then my cat, Sydney, he'll come for the cookies.
That's okay, yeah.
Eventually. How are you today? Thank you for having us.
So that's nice that they're, I don't know, it's nice that they're wearing party hats together. So they're, you know.
You know what it is? She can't leave anything alone. So I figured the best thing would do if she was going to have the tag removed would be when she also had,
right.
keep her away from it.
Well, and then they could just look at each other and go like, well, I guess they're wearing one. I might as well wear one. Right.
The party hats. That's funny. I love your background. That's
thank you. Yeah, that's for my heavy petting. I know. Now, I got to admit, I already told the viewers that I am in my nightgown and my house sweater just because, why not? But you look stunning, so I'm
thank you. But you know what it is? It doesn't matter, because it's all like what do they say? Like trickery. Like my hair is so gray. I put the spray on. It doesn't matter what's going on here. As long as the top fits from here up, nobody can tell my back fat. You can't tell if I'm coming or going. But it's all right. I'm going to miss that part. Like, look at you. You look beautiful. You got your hair done. You got your pretty red glass. You put your sweater on. Who knows? Who's the wiser, right?
Right. Oh, all right. So, okay. Skylar is how old?
Skylar is going to be 7 months old. The reason I got her was because I lost two of my dogs in 1 week in December. One had cancer and the other one, I don't know, she just had something where she got very sick and she died. So I was so heartbroken. I couldn't sleep for 2 weeks. So I saw her, we made eye contact, and that was it.
Like at a shelter? Or?
No, she rescued me. She rescued me. There's no, you know what? For the first time, there's really not a lot of dogs in shelters anymore. Because of the COVID, a lot of people were home and they were able to adopt, which is beautiful.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So.
Well, she's sweet, very sweet. And the other dog's name was?
Mackenzie. Mackenzie's a bully. Yes, she's a bulldog and Staffordshire Terrier. Yeah, I love them both. And Sydney, I wish you could get at least Sydney here. Sydney! Cookies! Usually all she has to do is hear this and she comes running. I guess she's sleeping now.
That's a cat for you, though. If you really want them to come, forget about it.
Right. I should have never asked her. You're right. Right now, you know where she is? She's on top of the refrigerator. On top of that, there's a cabinet. That's where she sits.
Oh, well.
I know, watches everybody.
That's so funny. Cats are funny. We just got a cat like in, I don't know, maybe December. She was 6 months old and she's really smart and everything, but I can't get her to learn her name.
Oh, maybe
so we just end up calling her Kitty Cat because that's the only, like, if you say Kitty, she'll come, but if you say her name, no.
But you know something, you adopted her, right? That might have been her name.
What, Kitty Cat?
Maybe someone else had her. They called her Kitty, and then you wanted to change her name, and she didn't want it, right? Because people think we trade them; they trade us. It's so funny.
That's true. That's because her name was Sumoki, because that means smoky in Japanese, and she looks just like my old cat Smokey. But I didn't want to name her Smokey Because,
Right.
so I just thought, well, we'll change it. And so whenever she walks by me, I just thought, well, every time she comes by me or I give her treats, I'll say her name, but it never worked. So it didn't take.
Yeah, yeah. I
Well,
understand. I had a Yorkie, Jessie, and when she died, we got another one, and we named her Jessica. I know. Yeah,
right.
yeah. You just don't want you want it close. Like, well, that's why I named her Skylar because I had lost my mint pin, Selena, so I got the S in there, and my daughter
Uh-huh.
named her Skylar Jade. So that was for my boy. His name was Juan Carlo. They told us he was half Chihuahua, and I just came back from Puerto Rico, and I saw the Juan Carlo show. But I loved him. He was always with me. I put my feet down. He was there. She's pretty much like that. Yeah, they call them the Velcro dogs. They're always there with you.
Right. So did you get these dogs like close to the same time or no?
No. Mackenzie just turned 6. We had lost our Rottweilers, so I wanted, and the Rottweilers, they have such a short lifespan. It's so sad because they're so beautiful and big, but they don't live long. So I got her. I figured, well, maybe, I saw somebody walking a puppy. I thought it was a boxer, and it was a bully. So next thing you know, I told my ex at the time, I said, I'm gonna go get a dog. He said, you better not. So of course I went and got her. And then I slept on the couch and she slept over here. And then when he got up, he said, why are you on the couch? I said, all right, let's get this over with. He looked at her. I said, what is she? I said, a bully. And he was fine with her. My first husband, I brought home a dog. I had gone with my aunt to a pet store and I had my younger daughter with me. Well, she's actually my older one now. And my daughter with me. And we got Brenda. And I mentioned it to him. He says, I don't want any dogs. So I told my aunt. My aunt said, what am I going to do? I still want to be better. So when he came, I said, look, Aunt Lily, he doesn't want the dog. Keep her. So he went outside with my baby. I said, give me a shopping bag. I put her in the shopping bag. And every time she whimpered, I would go, or cry. Oh, you won't let me have the dog. When we got home, I put him down. She's leaving, but she never did. She, next day he walked her and everyone saw how cute she was. So.
I know, you kind of have to do that. It's like a...
Yeah, who are you to tell me I can't have a dog?
The last 3 pets, I've had to just kind of sneak them in, And now, he's the one that will cry about the pets. He's very emotional. He loves them. They're just his babies, but he didn't want any of them to begin with, So
maybe because you know what it is. I think sometimes people, they're so hurt by the loss of their pets that they just don't want to love it. They're afraid to love again.
And he takes it personally. Like if he doesn't feel like walking the dog and the dog's looking at him, it's agonizing to him. It's a lot of responsibility, but he's a good pet dad and we got great pets. So
do you have
I have no regrets. So we have 3 dogs. Our oldest, our first dog, she's 20 this year.
Wow.
So we're just waiting, but.
What kind of a dog is she?
She's a Chihuahua.
Wow. I've heard they have long lifespan. We've had a few Chihuahuas. I love them, but we weren't that fortunate. Wow.
Yeah. So a couple of years, I don't know. I know this is, well, we can edit this out, but a couple of years ago, I accidentally let her out and didn't realize it. And so she was out all night and then she was missing for a few days. And we were beside ourselves. We hired one of those guys that track people when they're missing and stuff. And he has a tracking dog to figure out, and he figured out where she was picked up. And he said, go put the signs down there because where they lost the scent. And within a day we had her back. So
that's a great idea, Cheri. I never would think of that. Because you know what happened with my boy? He got out and he had a wonderful adventure. My daughter was telling her friend that our dog left, and she said because somebody at the dance studio said there was a dog and she was going to keep him after her, she taught her classes. So my daughter goes to pick her up. Pick him up. They named him Tapper. And when she got there, he growled at her. So the lady said, are you sure this is your dog? She said, yes, it is. So he was sitting by the window pining for her. But then he got out again and he didn't have such a good time. I saw him. He was just walking and he never left again. Yeah. But I know it's crazy, but I would have never thought to do that.
Yeah. Well, I learned a lot about, when animals leave, or if a dog leaves, they go in the direction of the wind. So if you can find out where the wind's blowing from at that time that they left,
So they go
that's where
towards, the winds?
they go into it. Yeah. Because
Wow.
that's where the smells are coming from, you know?
Wow. Well, you know what happened with Boy was always with me. Always with me. My ex used to call him a mama's boy, you know. But the night he was dying, he went out in the yard and he was laying a little on the grass, a little on the pavement. And I said, come on inside. He didn't really want it, but he did. But then he went behind the chair and he was hiding back there. And I said, come on. So then he went downstairs with my ex. We're divorced Bronx style. He lives downstairs. I live up here right now. And he actually died down there. And I believe, because he was always with me, and I know he loved me, I believe it would have been hard for him to leave me. So that's why he just made that separation.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah, I was devastated.
I bet. Yeah, I know. It's the worst.
Especially this time, you know, I feel so good. Listen, when we lose our pets, it's devastating and difficult. But during COVID, when we're home all the time, you know.
Mm-hmm. There's going to be a lot of sad dogs when people go back to.
Oh, you're not kidding. Oh, yeah. The first time I went out, Boy looked at me like, where are you going? Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to was home with them.
I know. Well, they've had a good year. They certainly have. So do either of your dogs do any like tricks, or do they have any weird quirks or anything unusual about them?
No, they're just pigs. They love their treats. No, and that's the thing that gets me. I one time I had 7 dogs here. My 2 daughters moved back home. We had 7 dogs, and you know, I see the dogs in the commercials. I say, and they don't. Not one of them does anything. Yeah, maybe they sit. You know, they sit and they stay.
Right.
Treats, but yeah, no.
Training a dog is hard.
Yeah, my cat. I actually taught her. She sits. She stays. Unfortunately, she doesn't come though.
Yeah. Wait, we lost your audio.
Oh, I said, do you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know why she's not here. She's usually in the middle of everything. I once did a commercial for Homeland Security for people with multiple pets, because we had 5 dogs at the time, and we had 3 cats, I think. And she was right there, like the light was coming in. She was playing with the camera. So I don't know, maybe she's in a good sleep.
Well, hey, more power to her.
Yeah, I want to show you the puppies. There they are. This way they get a little screen.
Oh, yeah. You guys are so cute. You're so sweet. I wish I could pet him. I notice whenever I go out for a walk, I always say hi to the pets. And then I like forget to say hi to the people. I'm always like, oh, look at you, you're so cute. And then I just keep walking, you know, and then I'm like, that was rude, but.
I have a neighbor. I knew her 2 dogs until finally I found out her name. I just knew Blizzard and what's the other? Blizzard and Ginger. And then finally I found her name, Martha. So I understand. And if I pass the house and the dog barks at me, I say, "Good boy, you're doing a good job." And he looks at me.
All right, we're going to switch now. We're going to start talking about heavy petting of the human variety. All right. So I'm sure you know the term heavy petting, but I always have to qualify because some of our younger viewers have never heard it before. Back in the day, that's what we called like making out or going to third base, whatever. But for the purposes of this show, we're just talking about dating, relationships, love, anything like that. And so I'm hoping that you have like an interesting story about that you could tell us.
I'm sorry, I really don't have too many interesting stories. I mean, once I had a hickey over here, my father said, "What's that on your chest?" But I mean, when I got married, I was a virgin, right? So I had told my then, you know, husband to be, and when we got married, the night, and I have to just say, I never really saw a penis. I didn't grow up with baby boys. My friend Laura, she had the Ken doll. I wanted to know what that was underneath that bump, but she never, you know, I never asked her. And the only dogs I saw were male dogs. That was the only penises I saw. So the night that we got married and I saw his penis for the first time, I said, "Oh, you don't have the little red thing coming out like the dogs." So, and of course, I was really a virgin, so the sheets got bloody, and he was so happy. He wanted to take them home, and I said, "Oh no," because I had fear he would put them on the, you know, the clothesline. So
Uh-huh.
that's really it. Yeah, and when I was a kid, we had a few like parties, hooky parties. So we would grind. That was fun. I think grinding is underrated. I really do.
I think so too.
I do. I think it's a wonderful. No one ever got pregnant from grinding. If that's where
I
they
know,
got
nothing like a good old dry hump. Yeah.
right. I agree with you.
Well, it's just like, there's just too much going to it too soon. It's like,
Yes,
we're,
yes.
we're women. We like to prolong the fun part.
Exactly. Yeah. And my ex-husband, one of the things I got to say about him, nice, handsome man, but to him, foreplay was shower, I'll be up soon. Yeah, that, you need more than that. Especially when you're older, right? You need to crank it up a little.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
for
not enough.
sure.
Yeah, you know.
Now, how old were you when you got married?
The first time, 21.
Wow.
I've been married 3 times.
Oh, really?
I know. Yeah, when I got married, what happened was my second husband died. So I went out, my friends, and I said, if either one of us meets someone who gets married again, we could be the other one's bridesmaid. And I met him. He was a widow. I was a widow. It started out beautiful. He would talk about his late wife. I talk about my late husband. It was like we were on a double date,
Right.
And we ended up getting married because 3 weeks into it, he said, is it going to lead to anything? Because if it's not, I don't want to waste my time.
Uh-huh.
But we had a big fight on our honeymoon cruise. Why wait? And I woke up, he was missing. I panicked. Cheri, you can't have 2 husbands die right after the other. They're going to come after me.
Right.
So when I came home, I did call my girlfriend up and I did say, what kind of an effing friends are you to let me get married again? So, yeah, it was, listen, we had a good times and we had our ugly times and we're still together, kind of,
Uh-huh.
but people say, why don't you get back together? After an hour, I could see why we're not together. We just can't get along. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. It's hard when someone calls you stupid,
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, I should have known better. The first night that we went out, he got us lost and he was complaining about the women drivers, So, yeah.
Yeah.
He's one of those. Good guy, one of the last of his generation, probably,
Mm-hmm. All right. So what's the best compliment anyone's ever given your naked body?
My naked body? I was in bed with my second husband and I asked him to say something beautiful to me. He says, you got beautiful blue eyes. I said, why would you say my eyes are blue when they're brown? He says, it sounds good. I guess my breasts. My breasts. I know. I know how to pick them.
All right. So what do you got going on career-wise? And if people want to find you, how can they find you?
All right, I'm on Facebook Live Monday to Friday for the time being during COVID. Tuesdays, we have an open mic. It's 4 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to be on a radio show this afternoon, actually this evening at 8. I'm going to be on an all-women's show on Flappers. And I'm having a show this Friday and next Friday. I asked you to be on one of them because I don't know how much longer people will want to come on Zoom shows. I'm still, feeling that out. And I have a live show April 16th at Broadway Comedy Club.
All right, great.
Steady show. Yeah, that'll be my first. So.
All right. Well, that's exciting. Okay. Oh. All right, let's give one last call for the kitty cat, just in case.
Hey, can I get up and get her? We'll cut it out.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. Sydney, Gabrielle, more cookies? There we go. She's coming. Come on. You got to give her a minute. She's coming off of the refrigerator. She went from the cabinet to the refrigerator. She must have been sleeping. Here she comes. This is the first cat I had. When I married my second husband, he brought his cat over. But Sydney was my cat. She was actually supposed to go to someone else. Come here. But we bonded. Come here. Come in, Sydney. Come in.
Oh, pretty kitty.
Do you see her?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see if she'll do any tricks. Let's see. Sydney, sit. 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 Put your back side down. Sit. You know how to sit. Sit. No, that's Sydney. Okay. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. Sydney, give me a kiss. Well, the dog's getting nervous. But this is Sydney.
Oh, she's very.
Watch the nails. Watch the nails. I'm wearing a nice top.
What a cutie.
Yeah.
She looks like she was having a good sleep.
Her mother gave birth outside. There was actually 4 cats, and we brought it. We were only able to bring in 3 during a storm. My husband trapped them. And one of them we couldn't get hold of, but she was so pretty. I said, oh, I would love a kitten like her. Well, she gets pregnant. She gives birth on our front lawn, on our front porch. And we let her stay downstairs where James is now, with the empty apartment. And yeah, so she had 4 kittens. And that one used to sit with me, but I was going to give it to my friend, but my daughter wanted it. So I gave it to my daughter. And then my daughter, she didn't want her, so I took her back, and she was a little rough. So my friend wanted a kitten, I gave it to her. She said, and she was a teacher. And I looked around, because teachers have all those knickknacks, all those little things over the years. And I says, oh my God. So she ended up coming back, and I told James, that's it. She's not a kitty. She's not a foster kitty. I missed her so much. You know, she bonds with them. I'm over here talking. I'm giving the dogs the cat food. The dogs eat the cat food. The cats eat the dog food.
Oh, I know. It's a free for all at our house. It's like everybody wants to eat the other person's food.
Exactly.
It's just like
when people said, what happened to Mackenzie? So I wanted to say, well, she has a tag under her arm, but it's not really under her arm. It's under her paw. Right? I don't know how to say it. Is it her under paw?
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, it was great talking to you. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you. And when are you coming on my show? You're going to come on my show. Or do you want me to just show this? Well, I didn't get to talk to you, though.
Well, I don't know. You want to?
Because I know you can cut this out. Yeah.
Do you want to just end this and then just keep talking?
You want to?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. Let me end. I think that's going to end. Well, I'll end it, and then we'll just come back in the same room.
All right. I'm going to have to, what I do is then I usually video it. Well, actually, I usually video it upstairs. So this way we could have on Facebook so people could see it today. And then I'll re-show it a Wednesday, which will be perfect.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I'll end this and then.
Okay, so you'll give me a minute. I'm going to just go upstairs. It's better lighting and everything. And it'll look like 2 different shows.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So I'll send you the link. And do I have your email to send you your link, or will you message it to me, please?
Sure.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Heavy petting.